Khamzat Chimaev remains undefeated in the UFC, and after his dominant victory over Robert Whittaker, he has firmly established himself as the #1 contender for the middleweight title. However, there is a complication brewing in the background regarding his future in the UFC, particularly when it comes to fighting in the United States. In recent years, Chimaev has faced difficulties competing in the US, which is likely tied to his association with Chechen leader Ramzan Kadyrov. Due to this, his last 2 UFC fights have taken place in Abu Dhabi, and out of his 8 bouts in the UFC, only 3 have been in the US. His most recent fight was in 2022, and since then, his UFC appearances have been largely limited to international venues. This raises an important question. If Chimaev does get his title shot against the current champion, Israel Adesanya, assuming Adesanya remains the champion, would it be fair if the fight were to take place in Abu Dhabi? While Abu Dhabi has become a major hub for UFC events, and Chimaev now represents the UAE in terms of his fight career, it would give him a significant home crowd advantage. A home crowd could play a key psychological role, as fighters tend to perform better when they have local support. This situation becomes even more critical if Chimaev were to win the title. Should he become the middleweight champion, would it be fair for him to defend his belt exclusively in Abu Dhabi, or should he be required to defend it in other locations, including the US, to ensure fairness and legitimacy of the title defenses? Title defenses in a variety of locations ensure that champions face challenges in diverse environments, something that has traditionally been a cornerstone of a champion's legacy. The idea of a champion defending their belt solely in one region, especially one where they have strong local support, could lead to debates over the fairness of title defenses, as it may give the champion an unfair advantage. This would be especially concerning if the champion's ability to compete in other countries or regions is hindered by political, logistical, or personal factors. Ultimately, while Abu Dhabi has become a neutral ground for many fighters, if Khamzat were to defend his title exclusively there, it could present questions about the fairness of his reign, particularly if other fighters are unable to compete there due to similar issues or restrictions. The UFC, as a global organization, would likely have to ensure that title fights take place in various locations to preserve the integrity of the sport and ensure that champions are tested against the best, no matter where they come from or where the fight is held. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video.